Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Friday. And so today is Friday, December 26, 2025. And obviously it's the day after Christmas. And we are going to make a thank you card today. And we're finished with Christmas cards. So let's move on. I hope you had a great Christmas. It was amazing around here. And I'm always excited, of course, for the holidays. And then when the holidays are over, I'm excited because January is kind of a catch-up month, something like that. So I always look forward to January. So thanks for watching today. Let's get started. Less chatting, more stamping. I'm going to make a thank you card, a really cute little fun fold. Anybody can make it. It's super easy. So let's get started. Okay, I'm going to put this down so we can all see what I'm going to be making. Okay, so I'm going to be using a piece of Shy Shamrock cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 8.5. I did score it at 4 1/4. I'm going to do 2 little cuts, and these are super easy. So whatever trimmer you use, just get that out, and you're going to make the first cut is 1 1/4 inches, and I'm going to work this way since it's 1 1/4. Okay, I'm going to use the black blade because that's the cutting blade. The gray is the scoring blade. And I'm just going to cut down to the score line. Okay, so 4 1/4. And then I'm going to make the same 1 1/4 on this side. And I'm going to go down to 4 1/4. And those are our score lines. Super easy, and we're done cutting. Okay, so now we're just going to fold on those score lines like that. And I'm going to start using, I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to use some designer series paper. This is called Florals in Bloom. This designer series paper is found in the annual catalog, which I love because it's not short-lived. It's not here today and gone tomorrow. It actually will be here until the catalog retires. And then I'm going to bring in some pieces of strawberry slush to layer these on. Okay, so measurement wise, I'm sure you're wondering, you need a piece of designer series paper, and I cut mine like that, like it all flows, but it's not that important because there's going to be layers and it's not going to show up that much. But the size of the DSP that you need is 4 inches by 3 3/4. And then you're going to cut off the 2 ends, and those are going to be 3/4 of an inch each. Okay, so this is going to be 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4. This one's going to end up being 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. And this one is 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4. Okay, so we're going to layer them on some strawberry slush. So we need that just a little bit bigger, right? So this is going to be 4 inches. And your piece of cardstock is actually going to be 4 and... well, let's see. This should be 2 3/4. So it'll actually be, these will be 1 inch each by 4, 1 by 4. This will be 1 by 4, and this will be 2 1/2 by 4. Okay. So I'm sorry. Did I say 2 1/2? 2 3/4 by 4. Gosh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't confuse you. Okay. So 2 3/4, 3 3/4. So 4 3/4 by 4. That's the piece of cardstock that you need. And then you're going to cut off 1 inch, and you're going to end up with these pieces. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to connect these with some glue, some adhesive. And there, you should end up with nice borders, right? Because if you cut them right, you should end up with nice little borders. Oops, that's moved on me. Oh well, we're going to go with it. Once it sticks, there's no point in trying to get it up. Okay. All right, so I have that done. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just I'm going to adhere these to this piece. Okay, so I'm going to put some adhesive on here. And this one's going to layer over here. This one in the center. and this one right here. Okay, now the next little trick that you want to do is, if you have a piece of acetate, all right, so this is nice heavy acetate. I don't actually know where I got this. Nice heavy acetate. It doesn't have to be this thick. It can be thin. It can actually be vellum also, but I think acetate looks better. So the next thing you want to do is you want to actually, we are going to lift these up like this, and we're going to put some, I'm going to use tear and tape. Now, the problem with acetate or vellum is that usually it will show through, right, on the other side, or it'll show through however you adhere it, and that will happen. I mean, there's really no getting around it because clear, you know, acetate's clear and tape is not, so you're going to have that issue, all right? But it doesn't really matter so much on this card, honestly. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off. I don't want that, kind of went over, I kind of don't want that tear and tape to go over the crease, over the fold line. Okay, now I'm going to take my acetate, and like I said, this is thick. So I cut it just a smidge smaller than 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's actually just under that size. And I'm going to lay it down, and you're going to see that it is just a little bit smaller. Okay, and then I'm going to bring these up. Put it a little closer to the top. Okay, so I'm going to bring these up, and I'm going to lay this down. And then lay this one down. Okay, so what you end up with is this piece lifts up, and you've got your acetate, and then this piece also will lift up. Okay, so we need to put something on the inside of the card, and so I cut some more strawberry slush. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so I'm just going to put this inside the card. And then a piece of white. And this is 5 by 3 3/4. So everything is going to, right, be nicely bordered. Okay, there we go. So it's getting kind of cool now. It's this lifts up and this lifts up, and this is where you can write your info. Okay, so now we need to do something to the front of the card. And what I did was I cut 2 of the pieces of cardstock, and I used the Nested Essentials dies. Okay, this is not the largest. This is the next one. So there's 4 of these shapes. Okay, so I used the 2 middle ones. This one is the second largest. This one is the second smallest. Okay, so we're just going to put some adhesive right here on the edges of this piece, because this is going to stick to these flaps. Okay, and I don't want more adhesive showing through. So I'm just going to add that. Okay, and then this is going to layer on top of it. But before I do that, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And I'm using the word thanks. Thanks is from a stamp set from the annual catalog also. And the stamp set is called, hold on, I have it right here. It's called Simply Said. Okay, so I'm using this thanks right here. It's kind of bold and I like it. So I'm going to stamp this in Strawberry Slush, just right there. Okay, and then I'm going to adhere these together, because really I'm done stamping that. I'm going to add a flower, but for now, we're good. Okay, so the flower that I chose kind of goes with this designer series paper. Why I chose it is from Gallery Blooms. I chose this one because it really goes with this designer series paper. It kind of actually looks like the same flower. So I'm going to stamp this on a piece of scratch paper in black memento. Okay, and I got that inked up. Good. Okay, now I need to bring some color to this to match my card. So I'm going to use a water painter. And where's my water painter? Hang on a second. Here's my water painter. And I'm going to color the flowers. Make sure I have no color on here, right? So you can just bring the water down by pinching. And if you have a reinker, you can put a little in the lid. If you don't have a reinker, you can squeeze it together before you open it. And I'm just going to color these little flowers in Strawberry Slush ink. You can zoom in if you want to watch me do this. It's kind of hard to tell what the flower is and where the leaves are. I'm assuming these are the flowers. It looks like a flower. I think that's a flower. I think the rest of those might be leaves. Who's going to know? Nobody. Okay, so now I'm going to give that a little squeeze, pinch some of that ink off of it. And I'm going to use my Shy Shamrock. I'm going to do the same thing with Shy Shamrock. Now there's a die to cut this flower out. If you have the Gallery Blooms dies, if you're like me, you probably never buy the dies without the stamp set. Yeah. Because I absolutely am always regret when I don't when I don't buy the bundle. It's so bizarre. I'm like, why did I not buy the bundle and get the discount? Well, you know, this is such a cute little flower. So cute. These are awesome. This is an awesome stamp set. Okay. Could actually bring a little more color in here, make it a little darker. Okay, water painters are awesome. I don't know if you're like me, you probably love them. Okay, clean that off. Remember, you can just add water to this, or you can even add alcohol and make it an alcohol painter. Okay, they come 3 in a pack, 3 different sizes. Okay, I have the die, but guess what? I don't have my cut and emboss right here, so I'm just going to fussy cut this real quick. You probably think, oh, Trevis, you're crazy, but you know, I like to fussy cut. Don't mind at all. So there we go. So this stamp set has a lot of other gorgeous stamps in it besides this one. I think I'm going to use another one of them on the inside of the card. Here's the interesting thing. I have some kits ready from this card. If you're interested in purchasing a kit of this card, I do have some kits ready to go. I think I have 4 kits, and they would be $5 each. And you can purchase one. You can purchase till they're gone. You can purchase as many as you want. They're $5 each. If you live locally, they're just $5. If you need them mailed, it's an extra. It would be an extra $1 to mail each one. Okay. So now I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back. Just clean my glass, and we'll try to avoid any. Oh, I have one other thing I need to add. This little piece. So this is also from the dies. So cute. So I'm going to add this behind the flower. So if you buy a kit, you get all the pieces, including acetate, and you would also get this piece pre-cut for you. Okay, and this piece will lay on top. that. Oh, how cute is that? Okay, so now this opens, and I'm going to stamp something on the inside. I am going to stamp this stamp. This might be my very favorite stamp from the set. So I'm going to stamp this in Shy Shamrock. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this. So when this is open, it'll show right here. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this right there. And I might stamp another one like that. Oh, so cute. Okay, I'm not going to stamp any words on the inside. I like to leave thank you cards blank on the inside so you can write whatever you want. But, oh look, I lost a stamp. I am going to add some bling, and I'm going to add these in color flat pearls. These are the in colors from 2025, 2027. They're $8.50. They are in the annual catalog. So I'm going to add the strawberry slush ones. I'm going to add 3 of these. Put one like right here. Here. And then I love it when there's 3 sizes. There. Okay. So you would get all the pieces to make this card with the kit. So this flips open. This flips open. Super easy, right? I'm going to show you the vellum. I didn't finish this card, but this is the difference when you do vellum. So vellum instead of acetate. So vellum is obviously smoked. Okay. So I didn't obviously finish this card. Didn't really like the vellum, but if you don't have any acetate, vellum will work in a pinch. Okay, so thanks for watching the video today. And if you're interested in one of these kits, let me know. I can get that out in the mail to you. I take Venmo, or you can send me a check, whatever's best for you. My name's Trevis Bossler, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. Thanks for watching today for this cute little fun fold. And I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.